Well, it is official. The Federal Reserve has cut interest rates by 50 basis points, and the markets reacted. The stock market took off with the Dow Jones going to an all-time high, although today we are seeing stocks fall. If we take a look at precious metals, silver is sitting at $31.47, nearing that 11-year high, and gold is sitting at a new all-time high, over $2,600 an ounce. Where are metals going to go from here? Let's get into it.
So I went down to the water and found my fate, because I don't wanna be stuck in the good old days. That's when you say, I swear you ain't seen nothing yet.
The new cross and flag gold bars, exclusively at sdbullion.com. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. We're going to go over what happened at the Fed meeting, what's going on right now with metals, and where they could go through the end of the year moving into 2025. So gold is absolutely crushing it right now. It is up $39.94 today. It just jumped again. Now it's up $41.26. It's going to be bouncing around all day, but it is decisively moving higher. And something I want to point out, many of you don't know this, but back in the year 1970, gold was under $40 an ounce, and it's moved over $41 today. Now, I did a little research, and about half of the people that watch my videos were alive in the year 1970. So you were alive when gold was only $40 an ounce. Now it's sitting at $2,632 an ounce. That is just so crazy to say. Now, I do want to mention, of course, you couldn't buy gold until the year 1975. It was illegal to buy gold from 1933 to 1974. But obviously now you can buy as much gold as you like, and this increase in price is showing no signs of slowing down. Silver is doing very well. It did some interesting things when the Fed decided to cut rates. Let's zoom into the 1 week chart here. So the day before the Fed meeting, silver was at $30.70, and then after the meeting, it actually dropped 62 cents. It finished out the day at $30.08, but it has been on the rise ever since then, now sitting at $31.50. So if we go back and look at the year to date, you can see silver was actually over $32 an ounce back in May, and if it can cross that threshold, it will be at a new 11-year high. So silver is doing very well. If we take a look at the gold-silver ratio, you can see this is continuing to fall. It is currently sitting at 83.59, and just a few weeks ago, it was at about 90. So silver is moving up, gold is moving up as well, but believe it or not, silver is actually moving up much faster than gold over these last couple of weeks.
Today, the Federal Open Market Committee decided to reduce the degree of policy restraint by lowering our policy interest rate by a half percentage point. Our patient approach over the past year has paid dividends. Inflation is now much closer to our objective, and we have gained greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably toward 2%. We're going to take it meeting by meeting. As I mentioned, there's no sense that the committee feels it's in a rush to do this. We made a good, strong start to this, and that's really, frankly, a sign of our confidence.
That was Jerome Powell letting us know that rates are coming down by 50 basis points, and I want to show you what happened to the strength of the dollar while he was talking. So the meeting started at 2 p.m. Eastern. Here's the dollar strength, and then it started plummeting. It actually went to over a 1-year low. This is the weakest the dollar has been in over a year while he was speaking, just half an hour into the meeting, and then he started answering questions about what the Fed plans to do moving forward, and we actually saw the strength of the dollar increase. It spiked, and when this happened, precious metals prices actually went down, but since that time, they've been going up. So the markets are reacting to everything he said. They're soaking it in, and look at the 3-month chart for the dollar. It continues to fall lower and lower, and if the Fed does continue to lower rates, I think we're going to see precious metals continue to soar. Let's take a look at the target rate probabilities for the next meeting on November 7th, which, by the way, is not the last last meeting of the year. There will be another one on December 18th, but CME Group is giving it nearly a 50-50 chance that rates will come down by 25 basis points or by 50 basis points. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think the markets are trying to price in what they think is going to happen, and that's why we're seeing gold and silver rise today. Let's look at the December 18 meeting. They're giving it a 50% chance that rates will actually come down by 75 basis points. There's a lot of data which is going to come out between now and the next meeting, and that's going to push the Fed one way or another. But you know what? This isn't the only thing that's affecting gold and silver price. In this Kitco News article, Jim Wyckoff writes, safe haven demand and chart-based buying have been featured in the precious metals markets this week. Tensions remain high in the Middle East. He goes on to say it's likely even better safe haven demand would surface for gold and silver if the Middle East conflicts escalate. So if wars get worse or if new wars start, people flock to precious metals. We could be seeing some of that right now. Take a look at this chart for gold. The blue line was September 18th. This was during the Fed meeting. You could see initially when the dollar dropped, gold went up, and then as the meeting continued and the dollar got stronger, gold went down. But since then, it's been on the rise. The green line is today. You can see it is continuing to move higher. Jim Wyckoff gives a bullish rating for gold of 9.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. This is one of the highest numbers I've seen. Obviously, he thinks gold is going to continue to go up. Silver did a very similar thing. The blue line was during the Fed meeting. Silver rose as the dollar fell, and then again, as the dollar increased in strength, we saw silver fall. But since then, silver has been on the rise, and he gives silver a bullish rating of 7. So obviously, he thinks both silver and gold are going to continue to go up from here. This article over at FX Empire talks about the surge in silver price after the Fed has cut rates, and they actually do mention something interesting that I want to show you. They say that market analysts suggest silver could push toward $33 to $35 an ounce over the next 12 months, indicating a bullish outlook. I think this is certainly possible. I mean, I think we could see $33 silver in just the next couple of weeks. They say some of the factors driving silver's rally: US dollar debasement. Obviously, with rates coming down, we're going to see a lot of individuals and businesses take out new loans, which is going to create more dollars. Whenever you take out a loan, this creates more dollars, which causes more inflation. With more inflation, the dollar gets weaker and we see precious metals rise. So that's why rate cuts, especially big rate cuts, usually have an effect on precious metals. We're seeing that right now. They also say precarious fiscal situations in Western nations, global demand for independent store of value, ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East and Europe. Then they say the outlook for silver remains bullish in the short to medium term. The combination of Fed rate cuts, global economic uncertainties, and strong technical support levels suggests continued upward pressure on silver prices. Traders should monitor key resistance levels and global economic developments for potential entry and exit points. Obviously, they're talking about traders, not stackers, right? For stackers, we just buy the silver, we hold it. Additionally, traders should closely watch gold price action for guidance on silver's movements. This is another thing. Wherever gold goes, typically silver follows. We're seeing gold surge higher and higher. I mean, the new all-time high for gold continues to move as it goes to 25, 2600. Who knows? 2700 might be on the table. So if gold continues to go up, I think silver will continue to go up as well. Let me know what all of you are thinking about what's going on right now down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.